So if you're thinking about new construction here in South Florida, and in particular in Palm Beach, here's a community I would at least check out and consider. This week, we're going to look at the community of Solana Bay. Solana Bay is in Avenir. Avenir is one of the hottest master plan communities in South Florida. When all is said and done, there'll be 3,950 homes in this community. Those who follow our channel know that we do a lot of new construction. We are a new home co-broker. There are 3 master plan communities that are very, very popular here these days. Avenir is one of the highest end. We did a video on best new construction communities. We did it on Avenir, and this is one of the sub-communities here at the Avenir, and it's called Solana Bay. There will only be 118 homes in this community. So I expect this community to sell out pretty quick. There are lots of sub-communities here in Avenir. This is one. You're down here, you've got Watermark, you've got Wingate, those are Toll Brother communities. You've got the all-age community of, no, those are all age. You got the 55-plus community of Regency. You have Avondale is right up the street. So there are several sub-communities. There is one coming in right over there that's going to come out later this year. Shh. More on that in future videos. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Realty. Welcome. If this is your first time to our channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button there over in the corner. While you're at it, ring that bell. What that'll do is help notify you each time we put out new video. We put out new videos every single week. We help people relocate to this area literally every single week. If you want advice, if you have questions and you're thinking about moving to this area and you want advice from people who've actually done it before, there are a few ways to reach out to us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally two of the best ways, are in the description and the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is that'll set some time for us to connect, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. If you are a golfer, if you're into golf, there is not a better community than Avenir as a whole. There is Panther National is going to be right over there. The Panther National community is going to be very upscale homes. That's going to be a membership community on a Jack Nicklaus signature course. Also over there, in that direction, there's a public course. From the people who play golf, I know that play golf, they think that's one of the nicest public courses in all of the area. That golf course is Sand Hill Crane. You can literally take your golf cart from your garage all the way over to the golf course. So that's one of the benefits to living in this community. It is very golf cart friendly. They are going to build a town center down there that is going to rival, if you've ever seen Alton, I've done videos on Alton before. The model for this is like the Alton Town Center. If you have questions about that, reach out to our team. We've done business there. I would love to give you the vision of what that's all about. As an example, Alton Town Center has a total of 18 restaurants, and that's exactly what you're going to see down there. Palm Beach Gardens is a very, very high-end community, and we're a little bit, although we're a little bit west, the idea is for Avenir to be very, very self-sufficient. We've done tons of videos on Avenir. The entrance down that way is exquisite. They have these Gothic towers and fountains and so forth. That's sort of the entrance. Each sub-community has this, like their own little entrance. That's the gate. I will talk more about that later. The HOA, a lot of the HOAs are trying to save money. So they're doing a virtual gate, and this is what it looks like. Once the traffic slows down, those gates will be closed, and that'll be how your guests come in to see you through into the community of Solana Bay. Living in Palm Beach, Florida, we are a new home co-broker. If you're looking to come and check out this community and you go into the sales center directly, you are absolutely crazy. One of the things we do here at Living in Palm Beach is we help give you independent representation. That's what we offer. It does not cost you a penny. Our services are or don't cost you anything. It's the builder who pays us. They are happy to pay us because, after all, they want us to bring people, perhaps like you, to visit their beautiful communities. I just took a call from somebody in another community that wants us to represent him, and I had to say no. And the reason is because he went to the community directly about a week or so ago, and he's seen our videos, said, Ray, I'd like you to help me. I can't now. You have to include your realtor, whether it's us or anybody. If you're going to a new construction community, your realtor has to be present in most of these communities on the very first visit. If you want to learn more about independent representation, reach out to our team. We are there for the whole process, not just to introduce you to the broker. We're there through the contract. We'll help you throughout every single stage when it comes to buying a new home in the new construction communities here at Avenir or anywhere else in South Florida. 17 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida and Palm Beach, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find honored to help people perhaps like you do the exact same thing. From an investment perspective, I feel really good about Avenir overall. When I look at the pricing on these models, the pricing of the lots, they're a little bit guarded as to what they are because they move up all the time and they sort of gauge demand. But in a loose way about it, reach out to our team. I can give you more specifics. Loosely, they have some lots here about $50,000. They have lots as high as $300,000. They only have a handful of lots that are unusual here. Of the 118 homes, there's only a handful that are really unique. And the reasons why those ones, the higher end ones, are as expensive as they are. Lots of times they have a long lake view, and maybe they're pie shaped. They're a little bit larger. Again, when it comes down to moving here into Palm Beach, Florida, on the water is where a lot of people want to be. If you want privacy, you can actually save a lot of money. You can get a non-water lot. Here in Solana Bay, most of the homes are, in fact, on the water. So if you're looking for that private lot, that's something you sort of need to jump on right away. With only 118 homes, I expect them, and a lower price, I expect the non-water lots to sell out very quickly. The feedback I get from viewers is that they like when we come to the communities themselves. I do videos in the studio. I do videos on premises. In general, the feedback I get is when we come on the premises, you guys like it more. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what you think. Would you prefer, if we're looking at a community like Solana Bay, would you prefer to do it on site, looking at the models and looking at the grounds? Or is it something that we could do with B-roll and do it in the studio? You tell me what you think. We'd love to know. One of the things that's nice about Solana Bay is that it's in the city of Palm Beach Gardens. Palm Beach Gardens is, if you're familiar with Palm Beach as a whole, it's one of those neighborhoods that has a certain allure to it. I got to say this because I get questions about the schools. I'm glad I thought about this. They have a charter school going in over there. It's Somerset Academy. That's going to be for this community. Lots of people find schools important. Even if you don't have kids, it can be important because it's good for your market value. So that was just announced. The other thing that was announced about Avenir, which is really important, is they sold a piece of property to Jupiter Medical. So the Jupiter Hospital is going to have a force here in the area of Avenir. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to come here. There's going to be a farm down there, going to be a working farm. Not exactly the same model as we have at Arden, but there's a working farm that's going to be right alongside of the town center here at Avenir. So if you're interested in looking at and considering the home here at Solana Bay and or Avenir, there is a process. Quick delivery homes are a different process than to-be-built homes. And if you're navigating selling a home, we do a lot of that. We help people with a lot of that on what the process is. Reach out to our team. We'd love to help you if you're thinking about making that transition, because there is a lot going on. I work with people all the time that are changing jobs and all kinds of stuff. So it can be complicated, and let us help you. It's one of the things that one of the reasons why people use us is to have us help you navigate the whole process of selling and buying and transitioning to this beautiful area we call sunny South Florida. So here at Solana Bay, they have a total of 11 floor plans in which to choose from. They have 6 models on site. This one is called the Huntington. One thing I love about what they do, the models are decked out, right? In general, when you go into these models, they are filled with upgrades. You don't like this stuff, the wallpaper, and And if you see the, whoop, up there. If you see the tray, normally when you go into a, in a new home, the tray is normally included, but any woodwork or anything you see inside is normally not included. So that you should sort of assume. One of the things they do here at Solana Bay, which I like, they're not the only builder I know that does this, but they have one model that has all the standards. So they give you an idea what the standard features are. So when you first walk into the sales center, you're in the Laguna model. That model is, with the exception of the toilet, which is really funny, with the exception of the toilet, everything in there is standard. So, and that's a good thing to do, because they want you to get comfortable as to what's the standard. When you come into this home, like here, this is going to be an upgrade. But if you go into the Laguna model here at Solana Bay, the features there are going to be all standard. One thing I like is when a builder does this is a beautiful pool. When they show the models with the pool, a lot of people come here to this area here, we in South Florida and Palm Beach, to get away from the cold. And most people would like access to a pool. They have beautiful pools. The good thing about this builder, the good thing about this community here at Solana Bay, they actually do offer pools. So if you want to build a pool with the construction of your home, you can here at Solana Bay. So one of the things that they mentioned is that in between homes, there's 10 feet. So 5 feet and 5 feet. They're not the biggest lots in the world. But that, I think you could see, this is sort of what you can expect. And one of the things they do when it comes to the pools, one of the things they do encourage is that if you're going to do it with them, because there's not that much room on the side of the home, 5 feet and 5 feet, to get like a bobcat or something that's, the machinery it takes to build a pool, it's better to do it before the construction of the home. If you're building this house here, it's better to start with the pool, get all the heavy equipment back here before you start tearing up irrigation and air conditioning units and all that kind of stuff. So if you're going to build a pool here at Solana Bay, it'd be best to do it from the get-go. One last thing on the pools, they work with a pool vendor here, a company that they outsource this to. I mean, you can do your pool afterwards, and you can probably save money. It would be a little bit of a mess, but it is possible. But the pricing on the pools, and pools, for those who are not familiar with home inflation, has actually been strong, as you guys know, the last few years. It has been worse when it comes to the prices of pools. Here at Solana Bay, if you're looking to build a pool, the starting base price is $99,000. So I'm not going to go into all the models here for this video, but I wanted to highlight a couple of them. This one I want to highlight because it's called the Manhattan, and one of the nice features about this, look at the size of this island. That's one of the things we're seeing a lot of today. Our homes are being built with these big islands. Less popular are formal dining rooms. If they're doing a dining area, it's sort of like this. It's off. What they find are people looking for more for open spaces. But one of the unique things about this home is there are 2 suites. Basically, you have 2 master suites. And this is one of their larger homes. I don't like to give pricing on these videos because they change a lot. And especially as demand increases, which has been in the last several years, been pretty steady, that demand has been slowly going up. So the price rises. But today, this house is north of about $1.1 million for the base price of the home. This model is a 4-bedroom, 6-bath. So that's a little bit unusual, right? That you have more bathrooms than bedrooms. But that happens because they actually have an option here where you can make a 5th bedroom. As you can see here, look at the. Let me show you the stuff in the kitchen here. They use high-end stuff. So you can make a 5th bedroom here. The total square foot under air here in Florida, we use the term under air conditioning, is 3865. That's 3,865 square feet under air. So once again, here in the Malibu, the backyard, it looks like this. Absolutely stunning. Again, this is why people move to Florida, and they show the models well, because a lot of people come here from the north. But the lots here are about 50 by 140, 50 feet by 140 feet. They do have some lots that are unusual, but most of them are about that size. One of the things that I've learned today was in sitting down with the builder today, is that they do have a handful of unusual lots. There's only 118 homes here. This is a smaller community. They literally just opened it, and I don't want to give you the exact number, but they've already sold quite a bit in only basically a week and a half that they're open. Avenir is one of the hottest areas here in South Florida, here in Palm Beach, Florida. This isn't it, but the lake here in this community, Solana Bay, is the largest lake in all of Avenir. So one of the benefits to working with a company like ours, living in Palm Beach, Florida, is we'll give you some guidance on the options. So as an example, we have an outdoor kitchen here. I tell people in general, I'm making general statements here by saying this, and it's not just this builder, it's not just this community. In lots of cases, some of the options and the upgrades are better to do after closing. In general, that is one of them. I tell people one of the things I recommend is have them stub out the natural gas. This is a natural gas community. That's a question we get a lot. People love the fact that it's a natural gas community, especially people that are like our chefs and people that are high-end cooks. I tell them to stub out the natural gas to the outdoor kitchen, and that stuff you could do much more cost effectively with after closing. And I can give you, living in Palm Beach, Florida, we use a lot of vendors. We have access and know a lot of vendors, whether it's pools, whether it's outdoor kitchens. So reach out to our team. If there's anything like from a vendor's perspective that you're interested, we can help you, whether it's here or any other new construction community here in South Florida. All right, the builder here is Akel Homes. We worked with them way back when, before they started this community. They had a community down in the Lake Worth / Boynton Beach area by the name of Villamar. They did very well there. We sold a few houses there. The people that we helped move there into that community love it there. This is a different location, but it's a smaller builder. It's more of a regional builder, and they've decided to join the other builders here in the community of Avenir. So now I'm in the model, it's called the Malibu. The smallest model goes, this is not the smallest, but the smallest model is about 2,200 and change square feet under air. And they go above the 4,000 square feet. So you really do have a lot to choose from when it comes to picking a model here at Solana Bay. So one of the things, I'm gonna talk about Avenir as a whole. Avenir as a whole is a total of 3,950 homes. Solana Bay is one of the sub-communities here. As you see, we have a lot of videos on Avenir. We've worked on business in every single one. And one of the things I appreciate, I think you as a buyer think considering this community is that there's a community right down the street called Panther National. It is a membership community. The homes there are ridiculous. They're like $5 million up to $20 million. They're building that. The Panther National is building a Jack Nicklaus signature course out there. They actually opened up the membership not too long ago. They had to stop because demand was so high. I am told now, as of today, they have 20 non-resident memberships still available, and they go for $400,000. So, I mean, when you see demand like that, And when you look at communities like Solana Bay, Avondale's another one, which is right up the street. I mean, it's hard for me to think that these communities are not going to hold their value. Whether you're looking at La Thierry, Watermark, Solana Bay, all these communities, I think there's a good argument to be made that this is a community for the future with good value, which has the sort of the protection, I guess, for lack of a better word, of the high pricing you see literally right across the street at Panther National, and all the things that this community has to offer overall. The Homeowners Association fee here at Solana Bay is going to be about, right now, it's $258 per month. It's going to include a fair amount. It's a sub-community HOA. It's going to include, the common area. It's going to include the lawn maintenance. When I say common, I mean the lawn maintenance for the common area. It's going to include your backyard, your front yard. It's going to include, they have a gate here. It's not a manned gate. Like when you look at Regency, we did a video recently on Regency. It's not going to be a manned gate like that. They're going to do like this. Is a company called Invera. It's a sort of a virtual gate. A lot of the communities are doing that because what they do, it keeps down the cost. It gives them a gate. It gives them a sense of security, and at the same time, it cuts down the cost overall of your HOA fee. These are all smart homes. If you go to the see that the smart features, they're all smart features. There's alarm monitoring. So it comes with a fair amount. One of the things that you need to mention, here's the front, the monitor. So that's what you'll use to set your alarm and do other things. As again, it's a smart home. One of the features that, one of the things I need to talk about is not just that you have that, there's something called a CDD. So CDD, it's a fee that everyone in Avenir pays. Most new construction have CDD fees. What that means, it's a fee that when the community was built out, and this is for a lot of the newer communities, when the community was built out, they took out a bond to bring the infrastructure out into the area here, and what? Well, look at that, just sort of fish go dive in by the fountain there. What they do is they take out a bond. It's a 30-year bond, so you will pay a certain fee. Every community in Avenir is about the same fee. Reach out to our team. I love to explain it. Not every community explains this fee very well. I think we have a better handle on it than most people when you come out here do. We can explain it to you. So again, reach out to our team. But it is part of your taxes. And it is in sort of like in lieu of your master plan community, and that's how Avenir pays for all the services of this, this outstanding community. The other thing I want to say about the lots here, 80% of the homes are on water. In general, I find more people are like water. We call this it's really a retention pond. Some people call it a lake, but it's really not a lake. They pretty much dug this out to build the community out, to raise the platform. The irrigation, when we get irrigation to water the lawns, it comes from that lake. They have several fountains that helps keep the thing going. It keeps the water moving. And that number one question that you're probably asking, are there alligators there? Answer is yes. So here I'm walking down what they call Model Row. They started this community they opened this community about a week and a half ago. This place was mobbed. We had like a broker open, and they had every prominent broker here in the Palm Beach area attending it on their opening night. They opened the models that following weekend. But so here are the models I was referring to: Malibu, the Manhattan, and all the way down to Laguna is the first one. That's where they have the sales center. By the way, I'm going to mention this before. Mention this once again. If you go into the sales center by yourself, you're absolutely crazy. We at Living in Palm Beach would love to help you and represent you as independent representation. And there's a lot of benefit, and it doesn't cost you anything. There's a lot of benefit to using us to represent you for independent representation. So back to what I was saying is that when this community eventually sells out, which it will at some point, given the way the strength of I've seen in the past week and a half, this community is going to sell out actually probably fairly quickly. These models will be homes. Right, you can see they're building out here. Those are your quick delivery. They have 4 quick delivery homes. If you want to buy a home in this community, the first ones will be closing in the first quarter of next year. And they have 4 homes out there. They've already made sales on some of these. If you want it to be built, they're going to be like the second quarter of next year. So so figure out, if you do the math, it takes somewheres in the area of, on the short end, 8 months, on the long end, a little bit over a year, if you want it to be built, if you want to customize your home exactly all the features that you want. This community, and in general, there's a modern look to these communities lately. Like, look at the numbers. So those are real. See that? I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a sort of movement towards more of a modern look here in here we are in 2023 that the builders are going for. And this community in particular is especially doing that. I find the look of these models very, very, very modern. And you can tell this garage is pretty unique too. You have windows on the garage. Most of the homes here have 2-car garages, but they do have options for 3. So I've got a lot of people recently that 3-car garages are very important to them. If you are interested, if that's important to you, they do have 3-car garages here at Solana Bay. Solana Bay, Avenir, Palm Beach Gardens, paradise here in South Florida.